These are all new corrals. It's all brand new fencing. You can see that the brand new metal. So it must be going to be used again, because I wouldn't spend a lot of money on brand new fencing to corral them in if they weren't going to use it. So it must be still a part working form. So as you can see, I've got to cross over a bit of a ford at the bottom here, but I'm sure there's a wooden bridge to get you across somewhere. I think it's off to the left, maybe, or you go through that little gate to get onto it. I'll soon find out when I get to the bottom. Just walking easy because these stones move under your feet. Well, that's been a very nice, pleasant walk. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So far, so good. Yeah, there's a wooden bridge there, look. So you go through this little gate to see if you're plodging through the ford. I don't think the ford will be that deep, like, but let's have a look. But you can just go off to the left there and cross the wooden bridge, look, take you across it. If you don't want to plodge through the water, if you haven't got decent leather boots on like I've got. Oh, it's mostly flat and concrete, it's not that deep. This will help get some of the mud off me boots though for getting in the car and any cow shit. Right. Round here now. So there's the old schoolhouse again, just up there, look. This is Barrowburn farmhouse. It's a trampoline for the kids to play on. A swing there. The red car just gone in now. Just headed out. The silly buggers left the keys in the quad bike. Best way to get stuff stolen. Right, so over the cattle grate, turn left, then just start walking right along the road back to the car. I'll have a look at the plaque here and just to remind us what the name of this farm is that you go from this junction here and go into it. There's the farmhouse over there. Just kind of think of the name of it, what it's called. Right, so there's a telephone box I mentioned earlier. And there you are, Barrowburn Farm, out of bounds to military vehicles. Right, and this is the junction where you can go into that farmhouse over there. This is where the river goes underneath the road and continues on, just here at this junction. Ah, there. Windy Haugh, that's what it's called. I could not think of its bloody name. Windy Haugh, that's right. So Barrowburn and Windy Haugh farm. The horses just walk a little bit further down, look. Now it's just a case of walk past this main car park and remind myself, well, that's Caldenall. But it'd be nice to get these kind of videos back up onto my YouTube channel, because this is all of what I've lost due to stupid bloody YouTube and community guidelines bullshit and censorship. I remember walking along here one time and the guy came out the house with his sons and they had kayak type things, and they were going up and doing this stretch here, practicing, because as you can see it gets quite deep in some places. Oh, 2 mallards just taking off there, and I give them a fright. Now that's deep enough to get out your dinghy in, your kayak, and paddle up and down here. Right, I'll be able to show you this skinny bridge that you cross over, and you go past that tree line there and you get to the broken wall at the back, and you walk right along to the old schoolhouse past where that horse is now, and you just keep on going to that metal gate that I came through. Whoa, wherever you go you'll always come across traffic cones. Sometimes it's shopping wheel trolleys, or traffic cones like this one, another one. Right, so there's the little white painted metal bridge that you go across and alongside those trees there, and you go through the gate at the far side, then turn left and start walking along the broken wall. So mallards just taking off again. You go on the soft grass. Have you got the right time, please?
2:30.
2:30. Thank you very much. Cheers. Right, there's some mallards just taking off again. Here's some little whitewater rabbits. So obviously if you came down in a kayak at the beginning, you'd only come at about 200 yards and then you'd have to like turn the kayak around and paddle battle. But it was just like a practice. Get them used to being in the water, I suppose. But that's what you park up in this main car park, you come up here, cross over that bridge, walk alongside those trees which were blocking off the path after quite a few of them were falling over, but it's clear now. So you can get past those trees, go up to that gate at the top corner, turn left and then just walk right along that broken wall till you get to where the horses over there. So 2:30, that's 9:30, say. So 2:30, that's 12:30 is 3 hours. And the 2 is 5 hours. So this battery should be ready for conking out and all after 2.5 hours. The first one I must have gotten 2.5 hours out of it. So it's 9:10, 11:10, 11:30, and then 2.5 after that. 11:30, 1:30, should be 2:30. This should be due to go off very, very soon. She must be going back to pick her car up now. Oh, she's walking past the car park. But that's the bridge that you cross over, look. Public footpath, Haugh and Border Ridge, 4 miles. So Haugh Cottage, where I've just come from, is 1.5 miles. And obviously it's reminding you that's lambing season at the moment, so keep your dog under control. So you can see the pathway where you go up there onto the other side. You go through that little gate and then you see the broken wall. You just walk on the inside of that the outside of the broken wall and go along towards where the horse is. Then you can just walk past the old schoolhouse we have just passed by. What the hell is that being put there for? Mummy and one little one on the other side there. Oh, she's coming back. Right, let's have a look at this notice board to see what this car park's called again. Ah, that's it, yeah, Weather Leap car park. That's what it's called. Right, go away, this white car coming up. Right, so that's your main car park for doing all the walks around here. As you can see, it's quite big, and there's disabled parking over there and a couple of picnic tables. Right, so I've got to go right along here. You get round the corner where you can look up the bank and you can see Poppy's cottage at the top of the bank. So I've got to go up where the road goes up slightly, then you get halfway up and then you bear left and drop back down again. So like I say, I've got about 2.5 miles to walk back to the car. But it's all beautiful countryside and still walking along the river Coquet here. So some sort of work going on here. I was going to be cheeky and ask her for a lift along the road, but a woman being on her own, I think she'd be a bit anxious, and I wouldn't blame her. Obviously she doesn't know me from Larry. Right, so the sun's out now, so it's getting much hotter now. So I wonder what's going on here. Are they putting drainage in or something? I've noticed they've blocked off that track to go up there and make the main road that goes right up there and up to the top and over the top. She's just getting around the corner there now in a black Audi. So them sheep will be hiding under the trees to get out of the sun, cool off. That little copse where the stream is running down and cascading down into the main river. This is the River Coquet. Where I first drove alongside when I first drove into here. So this runs all the way down there, back to where I first drove in, past BATTailshiel and Lynn Briggs where I parked the car. It's all River Coquet. But that road goes all the way up there on an angle. I think it goes right over the top and then down towards Ridley's Road on the other side where you come along the Ministry of Defence Road going into the valley. There's a grey heron flying along there now. More traffic cones just up ahead there. I'm just waiting for this battery to go off now. Christ, it's going a long time, same as the first one, because they're fully charged up, you see, so they're giving us maximum recording time. And like I say, because I've got my camera set on 1080p, 30 frames per second, 16:9 wide angle, it's not taxing the battery as much, and the camera doesn't get red hot even though it's a sunny day. So, and then when I'm rendering them, I put the highest quality of turn them into HD. I use high quality, so the better resolution again, slightly higher than 1080p. There's a car coming along here now, a red one. There's two cars. One of this guy would give us a lift. Now people are a little bit nervous about hitchhiking. The old man that was sitting in the black car at the front there, he was the one that was sitting outside the Where I Live car park. And I thought it would have been a man on his own, he would have stopped and gives a lift, but no, just tooted out for some reason or other, as if to say, nah, you shouldn't be doing that. But as you can see, the road's going to bend round in a huge left-hand bend, and then when I get to the corner, you look up and you can see Poppy's cottage. Now if you look up to the top of there, the ridge, where that track's going up, you can see another one of those metal poles with a Star of David on the top of it for marking archaeological site where they don't want you digging. The little woman in the red car was like looking at us and saying, what are you doing? It's because we're living in such a dangerous world with pedophiles and shit like that and murders and blah blah blah. People are more wary about picking people up now on the road. The bottom of my back's aching a bit now, and my feet are starting to ache because obviously I've walked quite a distance now. So I'll be looking forward to jumping in the car and just driving back home. Right, so I've got to go right round and eventually go over a white painted bridge across the stream.